whispering almost all around you. Ah, it has been so long since we've had visitors. It's always nice to meet new friends. And the roof begins to move.
Morgan, I think this might be one of your friends.
Stepping into this new area, the first thing you notice is the smell. This is the one of the main canals for the city, and looking down, there is a small river of sewage running through. The water is visibly green, and it does not smell great.
This doesn't look very good at all.
As you step through, to your left side, there is a bridge that seems to go to the other side. On the right side, there is along the small walkway, there seems to be a doorway along the wall.
I'm gonna, if no one minds, take about 10 minutes to cast a spell. Because I have a feeling that it's a bit weird here. Those spiders were huge. And people come down in the sewers, don't they, Fee? So how are they surviving? There's something odd here. I'm wondering if maybe there's something in the liquid that's making everything bigger. So, just in case it's magical, I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. So,
okay.
Once that's done, I'll know the presence of any magic within 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah. And I can also see auras and determine the school of magic.
So, within 30 feet of you, you don't detect any sort of magic.
Huh.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Within 30 feet, you don't detect any sort of magic.
Okay, well, worth a try.
This lasts for an hour, right?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
But I can reapply it every 10 minutes if I need to for free. It's because it's a ritual with no material components or anything.
What does my aura look like in Inoltrare?
Oh yes, actually, you do sense something. You don't sense a or from Morgan, but Morgan's teddy bear. There's a very frightening aura about it. You can't determine the school of magic. It's somehow all but none at the same time.
I should point out that Fee's probably got a bit of magic flowing around them.
And as you look at it, the aura kind of shifts, and it looks like the aura shifts to look at you.
Huh. Morgan, can I see that bear?
Of course. Morgan puts the bear down on the ground and uses his telekinetic to have it walk towards Inoltrare.
Well, that was terrifying. I'm gonna pick up the bear and take a closer look at it and see if I can determine what kind of magic this is.
You hear a whisper in your ear. Put me down. Give me back my friend.
Will do. What kind of magic are you?
I am magic.
Yeah, but what kind? There's lots of it. Well, you're definitely not a love potion. So, if we had to narrow it down, necromancy?
It stops giving responses.
This is a strange bear you have, Morgan. I'm going to put it down in front of me again.
Morgan holds his hands out and it floats towards him as he pulls it into his chest for a hug.
Morgan, it whispers to you, I don't like him.
No. Being paranoid isn't going to help us make friends.
Did you say that out loud?
And after all, best friend says that we should trust them.
I will trust best friend.
Well, I haven't seen them betray me, so I should be alright.
By the way, you don't hear the whispering when it's talking to Morgan.
Ah, that's alright then. Well, no, but I'm wondering, am I hearing Morgan's responses each time, or is that...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's unsettling, but I haven't seen him kill me, so I'm probably alright.
What are we doing? You got two paths.
Can I sneak towards the door?
You can. Roll me a stealth check.
Stealth. Yes, I get a +2 to this. That's 21.
Yeah, okay. You're sneaking with the 21 sneak. They're heading to the door? At the door, you see a large double wooden door. It doesn't seem to have any like lock on it or anything, and like no keyhole to peer through. It's just a very large double door.
I quietly move it open.
Sure. What are you two doing?
Kind of watching.
I think I'm following Fee without the idea that we're going in with stealth, so I'm just like walking normally, which for Morgan, to be fair, is a bit quiet.
I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm going to cast a spell message, and I'm going to say to Morgan, and no one else will be able to hear this. I've already seen this. Do you want to bet how this goes?
Oh,
Morgan, can I respond?
Yeah, you can respond,
yes,
yeah.
Morgan looks to Inoltrare and he says, I've got faith, and best friend has faith too.
Okay, so what's the bet? How is this going to go?
I'm not going to go for the bet because I've already seen what happens, and I know it'll be just fine. So I can't take the bet. I'll just lose money. I haven't got any money. Wait, I've got 10 gold pieces. Damn it! I forgot about that.
You need those for your cat, though.
I need. Wait, do I have enough for my cat?
I think it's like 50 gold worth of parchment if it's fine familiar.
Yeah, I think it is quite a bit. Poor Boots. Oh well. It's a shame he got hit by a cart. Oh no, it's 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Okay, so, Fee, as you creep open the door with your 21 stealth, the residents inside don't hear. But what you can see is a giant rat. And it is sniffing around near this bed in the corner. It's less of a bed, more like a makeshift bed in the corner.
Okay.
Oh no.
Using the remains of, obviously, Zephyr Strike just prevents attacks of opportunity after apart from the single improved attack. But since that's still running, I'm just going to sort of use the remains of that. Obviously, it's not going to offer any mechanical advantage. This is just what these sort of feels like it does. I'm just going to sort of try and jump on the rat.
Okay, so you're going to run up and attack it?
Ride the rat.
Okay, so you run up to attack it, and two things happen. One, you go to attack it, and two, another rat sees you. So feel free to roll your attack roll, and then roll up advantage or initiative again.
Okay, what am I rolling to try and grab the rat?
You're going to try to grab it, you said?
Yeah, I was basically trying to grab the rat in the hope that one of the other two could interrogate it.
Yeah, then that is a athletics check.
Okay, so I have to use athletics. Isn't going to go well because I have a -2. Oh, that is 13.
After the -2?
Yeah, after the -2.
It's a shame because it rolled a 14. You fail to grab the rat. It turns around and it looks pained. Can I get some initiative rolls, please?
Uh-oh.
Mine was an 8.
Mine's a 15.
I got a 16.
Okay, give me a moment. I need to find the initiative tracker again. Morgan, what was yours?
8.
Okay, and the rat. Oof, they rolled well. Okay, so first is the rat. You are angry. This rat's going to take try to take a bite at you, Pete. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
You take 2 damage from the first one. The second one is going to run up behind you. I'm not going to bother with. No, actually, yeah, I'm going to do flanking, so it's going to get advantage on this. I'm guessing a 16 hit.
Yep, you're guessing right.
Yeah, and that is an additional 4 damage. And that is its turn. It's their turns. Fee, you first.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my pipe, attack the one ahead. Well, okay, first I'm going to cast Entangling Strike. That's a bonus action. And then I'm going to attack the rat directly above me with my pipe.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
That is a dirty 20.
That hit. Roll me damage. Don't forget your
Yeah.
subclass.
Okay, so that's d6 and a d4 minus 1. That is a total of 2. And ensnaring strike. The next time you
It's
hit
how
a
much?
creature, roll a total
Sorry.
of 2 damage. Sorry.
Okay.
And the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before this spell ends, arriving massive thorny vines, la la la. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magic vines until the spell ends. A larger or larger creature has an advantage.
Does a 4 pass?
I'm afraid it doesn't.
Excellent.
Okay, so it's stuck in place then?
It's restrained.
Yep, and it's restrained, and while restrained, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
And I'm just going to run away towards the door, because I think Zephyr Strike's still active, isn't it? It's got 1 minute duration.
No, it's not. Because you waited 10 minutes of
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, for me to cast Detect Magic.
opportunity.
The restrained one will do it at disadvantage at least.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that chance.
The unrestrained one does 10 hit?
No, it doesn't. I've got an AC of 11.
And the actual restrained one rolled a 4.
Yes.
So you get through unharmed.
Yeah, I just sort of literally leap through the door and face plant and stand up again and dust myself off.
Okay then. Next in the initiative order is our good wizard.
Okay, now I can't see shit, but if I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, I can see it from here. The range,
Yes.
though, will be... Oh, 40, 50 feet. That's fine, because Frostbite is 60 feet. So that will be a Constitution save, please.
Yes.
DC 12.
That will be a 10. How much damage does it take?
It takes 4 points of cold damage, and its next attack is at disadvantage. Well, it was a disadvantage anyway, but
Yeah.
it's still a disadvantage.
Okay, it is not looking well.
Good luck, everyone! I shout down the tunnel.
Morgan nods to Inoltrare and then stands next to Fee. And how much do these rats weigh?
These rats are going to be significantly heavy, around 10 pounds.
Well, thankfully,
Small dog.
the mage hand that telekinetic provides me can lift 10 pounds.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to pick up the unrestrained rat and float it over in front of, I'd say about like 10 feet away from me and Fee. And I'm going to look it in the eye and with my always active speak with animals, say, "Do you know the spiders here? They gave us some trouble. I offered one to help us, but it decided not to. I hope you'll be smarter."
Spiders are weak. Spiders are coward. Are coward. All is weak in front of nil.
I bring Teddy up to my ear for a second, and then I hold him back down, look at him and say, "Teddy says he can make you a coward too."
I am brave. Milks will save us all.
I think I've done a lot of talking, so I'm not sure.
Oh, talking is a free action, don't worry.
All right, well, then I guess I'll go with good old Mind Sliver.
Ooh, nice. Rolling that number. That is a 9.
Yeah, no, my spell save DC is 11.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 1d6. That is a 6.
Awesome. It takes 6 damage. And it is also not looking good. Neither of these rats are looking very nice. Okay, that means top of the round, it is the rat's turn.
Can either of them
This
move?
is I need to see something about Mage Hand real quick. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Because I
It's,
believe
one actually
this
should
is
be taking
technically
damage.
Mage Hand. Yeah, no, I'll get to that, don't worry. But this ability is technically Mage Hand, correct? I believe that's how the telekinetic stuff works.
I think so, yeah. Shit, I think I saw what you saw. I think I know what smells fishy now, after looking at it over.
It doesn't say whether or not this grapples or restrains enemies, so I'm going to count this as a grapple. So it's going to attempt to break free from that grapple. Only because it does not have a ruling for it, and this is technically Mage Hand, so I'm going to... What's your spell save DC? I'll just roll against that. 11, you said?
My spell save DC is 11.
Okay, it does not break free. It is still trapped. And the other one takes 1d6 damage.
Okay, do you want me to roll that, or?
Yes.
That's 2 damage then.
Okay, it is very much not looking good, but it's still hanging on. And that's the rat's turn. So, Fee, it's your turn.
Okay, so V's looking a bit shaken, but they take out their heavy slingshots and take aim at the restrained rat.
Which one?
With the restrained one with a sharp and of course using their sharpshooter feet because they have advantage on this roll.
Roll me the damage, or roll me the attack.
Okay, that's a dirty 20 minus 5, 15.
Yeah, that hits. I mean, you're allowed to roll damage, but we both know what the outcome here is going to be.
Okay, so that is 3 plus 3, that's 6 plus 10, 16 damage.
Yeah, it is a restrained corpse.
Wow.
I just sort of turn around and pull my cloak too. It's actually a bit straight. I'm not actually doing that in front of anyone, so it's actually a bit questionable what I'm trying to achieve here.
Morgan's right there.
I'll use the gust cantrip to make my coat ruffle a bit.
Morgan doesn't notice.
It is now our good mage's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Ooh, can I even get line of sight on this? No, I don't think I can. I'd have to get to there. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, dash, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and I can finally see it. And I shout, hey, it's Tensor's floating dick. And that's my turn.
As you enter that area, your detect magic goes off. Somewhere in that room is a faint magical aura.
Interesting. I'll check that out in a second.
Okay, but top of the round, or not top of the round, next in line is Morgan.
Okay, taking a risk, I'm going to float the rat now just 5 feet from my face. And Fee, I suppose, as well. And I'm going to say, my friends are really quick. I don't think I can hold them off any longer. If I tell them you're helping us, maybe they'll let you live.
Milks will eat you like a wheel of cheese.
I'm gonna float it over the water and drop it.
Okay, so you drop it in the water, and the first thing you hear is panic squealing. And that panic squealing gets further and further away as it's washed away with the sewage. Down the sewage river. Okay, congratulations. You solved the rat puzzle.
We did it! The sewers
Yay.
are safe.
I turn to the wizard and say, good work. That drowned rat was like a drowned rat.
Thank you, but I didn't do much.
Not the wizard, the kid with the
Okay.
teddy bear.
Oh, yeah.
I look over to Inoltrare and I say, sorry, I'd help you over.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
send a message directly to Morgan going, do you think he fancies me?
Morgan looks at Fee, and then he looks at Inoltrare, and he's just going to reply back, I think we're all getting along just wonderfully.
I'll take that as a yes. I said that
so
bit out loud.
There is now an enemy-free room, 2 people right in front of the door, and 1 across the river from it.
I'm
Okay,
gonna go all the way back round.
Well, during that travel all the way back round, you two have first stakes at what's in the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the room immediately in front of you, entering the doors, you see a very large stack of barrel, some crates off to the side, a makeshift-looking bed, and a wooden box that it doesn't look like it's locked, but there's a heavy rock on top of it.
Okay. He takes a look at the box. Now, they know they probably can't lift the rock, but they don't want to actually let anyone know that, so they just sort of pretend to just scoff at it and look at the bed.
Morgan is going to perk up his ears and see if there is any animal speaking anywhere.
You do not hear anything.
I do have a mouse in my pocket.
I mean, you hear the mouse in Charlie. I still can't pronounce the name. I'm sorry.
Inoltrare.
Inoltrare's pocket.
Okay, well, now I'm curious. What's the line of thought of Inoltrare's mouse?
I'll leave that up to Nick.
It's comfy in the pocket. It's nice and warm.
Okay, so Inoltrare's finally caught up to the group. What are you? The magic you're detecting is coming from the box.
Oh, box is magical. Has anyone
from
opened
inside.
it?
Morgan leans in and whispers to Inoltrare, "We're all alone."
Okay. Cool. Morgan, can you open the box? Use your special hand? The boxes, they're scary. Don't touch it yourself.
Morgan walks in front of the box, and what's holding it closed?
A large rock.
I mean, I guess if the rock is like more than 10 pounds, it's not going to be. Yeah. Morgan like looks at it, and he doesn't seem to exert much effort. But if you like look at him closely, you'll notice that he starts kind of like squinting a bit, and then he looks over to Inoltrare and says, "Sorry, the rock's pretty heavy too."
Okay.
So are you going to try?
I'm gonna try and lift it because I'm strong.
Awesome. I need you to roll me a strength check, please.
Sure. Hey Fee, watch this. I'm really strong. How is a nat 20?
A nat 20 is good. However, this is probably one of the heaviest things you've lifted. You're able to lift and move it off the box, but you can lift it at most an inch above the box.
Jesus, how heavy is this?
This is a 40-pound rock.
I can lift 121 pounds because I'm a dwarf.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a dwarf. There's no effort here.
Oh, in that case, I will keep the portent and not use the nat 20 I've been storing. If there's no effort involved.
Yeah. Okay, you got the rock off of the box.
Hey, I did it! Look how strong I am. I'm going to lift up like an arm and it's going to do like the cartoon opposite of a muscle and just like...
As soon as the rock is off of the chest, Morgan uses his telekinetic to just fling the lid open.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Morgan. I'm going to step back just in case.
I want you to roll me a d20 then.
Oh boy. That's 4.
Give me a small moment. Sorry, I have to pull up the...
Oh, that's reassuring.
Oh god.
Inside the box, you find a small golden ring.
Oh, neat.
And there's a note tied to the ring.
What color is its aura?
Says its aura, that would be... Sorry, I need to see what types of magic there are in D&D. This goes magic. It's transmutation.
Transmutation. Ooh, neat. I will not tell
Attack-
anyone else that.
Attached to the ring, the note says Ring of Featherfall.
Have you heard of Featherfall, Morgan?
I bring Teddy close to my ear. Has Teddy heard of Featherfall?
Is that what you're asking? If he's heard of Featherfall?
Yeah.
Featherfall is a fun magic. It lets you fall down without getting hurt.
Oh, wait, I wouldn't have.
I levitate Teddy over to Inoltrare's ear. I say like, tell him what you told me.
Featherfall is a magic. It lets you fall without being hurt.
So that's what it is. I'd only ever seen it written down, but not like what it did, just mentioned.
It's a useful ring. You should wear it. The teddy bear's saying this to you.
Teddy bear's telling me to wear the ring. But the teddy bear doesn't like me.
I float.
Oh, I don't
Teddy.
know that, actually. I don't know that, so I'm going to put the ring on. I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I float.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, sorry, you were saying something.
I float Teddy back over to me, and I hold him close to my ear. And I suppose I ask him, "Are you getting up to mischief?"
Of course not. It's a fun ring. Just a simple prank.
Morgan smiles contently and watches Inoltrare take the ring.
I want you to mark this down. You have a ring of Featherfall.
Okay. Ring of Featherfall. Neat.
Okay.
I'll put that in my pocket.
B, you were checking the bed, yes? Okay. Around the bed, you see a lot of empty bottles. I mean, a lot of empty bottles.
Are they like beer bottles or just sort of just general bottles?
I mean, they seem to be like various alcohol bottles, and there are some fancier looking bottles. One of the bottles actually still has liquid in it. It's a small bottle with about halfway filled with red liquid.
Hey, can I tell what the liquid is by looking?
Roll me a investigation check.
That's a 5.
I mean, that is a partial success. Oh, so you have two options. One, you could fail the roll, or two, you can succeed the roll and know what it is. If it's something of value, it'll have a lesser value or effect.
I'll take the roll. I'll take the lesser value.
You find a half-drunken bottle of a healing potion. It heals 1d4 plus 1 damage.
What you got there, Fee? Is it wine?
I've seen this before. Injured seward workers sometimes drink it if they're injured.
So it's wine.
No, it does the opposite of wine. Makes the injured uninjured. And then I sort of blow my close my cloak up and blow it with gust.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
That sounds wonderful. I don't think Teddy. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I don't think Teddy knows any spells that make you uninjured.
I know one, but I do not wish to cast it just yet.
Okay, all that's left in the room now are the very solidly sealed crates up here, and the stacks of barrels.
I'm gonna have a look at the
Hey,
crates.
Okay, these are sealed crates. Do you have any way of opening them?
My muscles, no. They don't weigh less than 5 pounds, do they?
No.
I could
For
use
what it's
them
worth,
against
I think I've got a crowbar.
I do not have a crowbar. I have a small knife. Can I, like, dig that into the crack and use it as a crowbar?
You can certainly try. Make me a athletics check at disadvantage.
Athletics check at disadvantage. I can fail one of those. Don't look, Fee. Don't look. I don't need you to see this.
He takes their hood off just to get a better view.
Oh. Okay. So that's a 0.
Not only do you not get the crate open, your dagger becomes stuck in the crate.
Well, I guess I'll just have to use the other 2 knives I've got. I don't know why I have so many knives. It's just part of the starting equipment. To be clear, that's 2 small knives that I can't use as like a dagger, and I have a dagger that I can use as a weapon.
Morgan.
Sorry, what's Morgan?
Morgan like floats a dagger over to Inoltrare.
Thanks. I'm gonna put that in. I've now got 2 daggers. It'd be great for when I become a dual wielding.
So, what do y'all do?
I take out my crowbar and start trying to pry open the box with that.
Okay, athletics with advantage because you have a crowbar.
Maybe this might offset the fact I've got, -2 in athletics. Okay, so that's a 11.
Okay, that is an 11. The DC was 15, so that is a partial success. So, you can either fail the check, or you can succeed, but it'll break the crowbar.
I'll keep the crowbar for now.
Okay, the check fails. You can't quite get it open.
I'll at least pull the dagger back out.
Sure, roll me a strength check. Just a raw strength.
That's a 1.
No, it's jammed in there pretty good.
While this is going on, Morgan's going to redo light on Teddy just to keep him topped up.
So you got plenty of light. If you all have nothing else you want to do in here, there is one other room you could explore.
Can I also look at the barrels?
I mean, sure.
I mean, you know what? I just sort of walk up to the barrels and give them a kick to see what happens.
You kick one of them. You can hear liquid swooshing around in it.
Can I sort of smell or see anything that might suggest what's in there?
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
That is a 14.
Okay. In some of the barrels that you can see, there seem to be stoppers at the ends of them. And investigating the stoppers, you can smell the smell of alcohol. You can't identify it, but it's likely that this room was probably some sort of storage area. Probably for one of the shops up top.
Can I pull one of the corks out and take a sip?
Yes. However, because of how these are positioned, when you pull one of the corks out, suddenly just bourbon starts pouring out and covering you.
Whoa! Can I try and freeze the whiskey with a bit of frostbite to like create a plug at the entrance?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I don't have to do anything to do that. Unless you want to make a Constitution saving throw for whiskey.
You don't know how powerful this whiskey is.
That's true.
It could have quite a bit of body.
Oh no, it worked. Like it takes a little bit of time to do so. Alcohol does not freeze well. But after a few seconds it does freeze over. Corked for now.
Yeah, that's not going to last very long. We should probably get out of here.
Can I put the cork back in?
No, it's covered in ice.
Oh.
The entrance.
In that case, I let the cork throw us away and run.
It is not a great taste. You're a child and not accustomed to alcohol.
They're so cool, Morgan. This is again free message.
Actually, roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you keep your composure.
Oh no.
I thought you were going to say
You want to know what I have to... Do you know what I
No.
have in Constitution?
What?
-1.
This is just to see if you can keep your composure from the horridly bitter taste.
That's a 7.
This is a partial success, so I'll give you something for this. You don't do flinch outright but like you do have a terrible look on your face as you taste it. Like it crumples up.
Oh, she's so...
Can I just pass that off as looking very badass?
They're such badass.
You
They don't
can
even
try.
like it. They've had such good whiskey, they know the bad stuff. They're so cool!
Is Inoltrare going to have
This
to
is
make
free
a
message every time, directly to Morgan's head, every time.
Is Inoltrare going to have to make a Constitution check just to see if he keeps his composure on his obvious crush?
No.
be a charisma save, I think, which would not go well.
Okay, so I believe there's just one more room in the sewers if you're done in this room.
Yep.
Or at least one more that you know of.
Let's go! Have I still got detect magic on? It only lasts 10 minutes.
Yes, you should.
Excellent. Oh, Morgan, they're so cool. And then I'm going to do it through message again. Morgan, they're so cool. They're so cool, Morgan.
Morgan's kind of just walking along, but he's got a smile. He's happy that Inoltrare is happy.
I like how y'all are just like doing this like one tile at a time as you walk through.
Yes.
We're literally doing the Goonies. Can I peek around the corner without trying to?
Yep. And when you do, you don't see anything in the room.
Okay,
In our defense, Paris didn't say do it as fast as possible.
that's true. So I try and ninja roll over here.
You're in the room. It is a very large, open square room. And looking up, you can't quite see the room. Like, even with your dark vision, it just looks dark up there.
Okay, can I try shooting a? Can I just get my slingshot out and try shooting a stone at the roof to see if it hits anything?
If you want, yeah. Are the other two? Are you two also entering the room?
I think we're watching from the door. Oh,
Yeah.
at least Morgan is.
I'm going to stand next to Morgan on that one, I think, and just have a look at the ceiling, because it is weird.
You shoot at the ceiling, and the rock seems to just disappear into it.
Have I seen anything like this?
You have not.
This is advanced.
One thing you do notice in the center of the room, there does seem to be a well in here for some reason.
Huh.
You're not sure what that's.
As soon as Morgan notices that, he just like calmly walks towards it and just stares into the water.
Be careful, Morgan.
Have all of you entered the room?
Yeah.
Yep. Looks that way.
The moment all three of you are in the room, the doorway seems the entranceway into this room seems to be covered by the same strange blackness that covers the roof.
Well, that's unusual.
And you hear whispering almost all around you. Ah, it has been so long since we've had visitors. It's always nice to meet new friends. And the roof begins to move.
Morgan, I think this might be one of your friends.
No.
And you see these strings of black lines just run down the walls. You notice at this point, you notice this isn't like a magic dark. These are like regular size, but these are thousands upon thousands of rats. And a bunch of them run down from the roof and begin forming into an orb. A very large orb.
Oh god, not the orb.
You see an orb of rats. And all around you, as you look, you see more and more of these rats.
Okay.
Welcome to our home. We are the Rat King. Have you come to share secrets with us?
Morgan looks towards the Rat King, and he does like a little tiny bow, and he makes his bear do it one too. He says, "We're glad to be in your company."
Just so you know, just so I have a visual of the Rat King. The Rat King is an 8-foot orb blob of rats. And as you look at it, you see nothing but red eyes as all of the rats in the orb are looking at you. It's always so good to have visitors join us. What brings you into our home today? Are you here to share some secrets? Oh, I do love some secrets.
Okay, Fee walks forward and they look towards the Rat King and say, "We have come on behalf of the shopkeeper upstairs, who wishes that his cheese be protected. Do you have anything to say for yourself?"
Always so obsessed with his cheeses. Funny story about him. Did you know he's allergic to cheese? He can't eat it. Oh, so hilarious.
It makes sense why he'd want to sell it instead.
Truly. But sadly, if you're looking for the shopkeeper's cheese, you have come to the wrong place. For we do not have it. You seek the tyrant. You seek Nilks.
I'm assuming the rats we've met before weren't your friends either.
They are not. Although we come from the same place. See, long ago, when this city was first became itself, back as Korakii first became Korakii.
Does the Rat King speak common?
Yes.
Okay.
Not only does it speak common, it is speaking out of every single rat in the room all at once. It seems to be primarily emoting through the orb in front of you, but the voice comes from every rat at once. Back when this place was first created as its own, is when we were born. A wizard running experiments, seeing if it could create more intelligent creatures to help fight in the war effort, in case a war broke out again. Throughout its experiments is where we were born. We escaped through its tower, and as we met more rats, we grew. We grew smarter. We grew too many. That is where us and our once brethren that you've been fighting come from. But lately a tyrant, a man by the name of Nilks, came and he took control of our brethren, mutated them, used them for his wicked goal. You see, Nilks, he is a man who wishes all the cheese in the world. And if he were to succeed, he would destroy it.
My friends taught me that anything is possible, but I don't see how cheese could destroy the world.
Don't you see it? Have you ever considered life without chi? Sure, people would be alive, but they'd be unable to live. What is food without flavor? What is pasta without cheese? They'll start small, they'll take the cheese from this city, but that won't be enough to satiate their hunger. They'll move out further and further, taking all the cheese in the world, leaving the rest of us to live a hollow existence.
Well, I'm convinced. I need cheese to tell the future, so. No, that's a real thing. Look up tyromancy. It's telling the future through cheese.
Bro, Morgan tiptoes a bit over to Inoltrare, and he says, I know it doesn't sound important, but I think this is very important to the Rat King.
I'm gonna whisper back via message. It's very important to me. We should definitely help. Imagine pasting about cheese, and I can't tell the future without it.
Dean walks now close to the Rat King and says, "Is there anything you can do to help us?"
Oh, most certainly. If you follow this passageway, and a passageway to the right opens up, and just follow it till you find a ladder, that will take you to the wizard's tower where we were born, where Nilks resides.
Have I got to kill a wizard? I would have seen that, surely.
But before you go, and the Rat King slinks its way over here, perhaps you'd like to share some secrets. I can always reward you with secrets of my own.
I've got a secret for you.
Oh, do tell.
Somewhere in the sewers, I found something that should not have been here. And then they sort of pull their hood back to emphasise their hair, which is basically it's sort of the normal tiefling purple, because it's got a lot of mottled green in it that's sort of making it look like flowers.
The Rat King gets uncomfortably close to you. Part of the glob basically turning into like a point of wrath as it focuses in on you. Oh, this is delightful. We don't know what this comes from, but oh, this is delightful news to hear. And as a reward, as it slinks back over to its original position, I feel like you should know that there have been people going missing in the city lately. I've seen quite a few people just fall into puddles. The strangest thing.
He looks towards us as someone who's been mentioning puddles.
Morgan looks back at the smell.
If there's anything else, I'd be most glad to hear.
I have one.
We do love secrets.
I'm going to cast message and send my secret telepathically to the Rat King.
Oh.
Ooh.
And my secret is I don't know how to learn spells. The spells I know are the ones I got from a book I stole, and I don't know how to learn any more spells. If I find... Basically, what I've done is, like, picked up the Idiot's Guide to Wizardry, but I've never been taught wizardry properly, so I don't know the theory or anything underpinning it, so I can't learn anything new. No matter what. If I ever level up, I get no new spells. Nothing. I'm stuck.
Ooh. That is a delightful one. I have a good one to trade for that. The Low Marshal has a secret. She hides it under her hat.
For what?
Maybe
Her
she's
hat.
bald. I just say that bit out loud. Because presumably the secret has come back through message again, or was it the...
Oh no, the Rat King just says that out loud.
Okay, fair enough.
You telepathically talked to one rat, and every other rat in the room talked back.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Morgan is looking into the well, and he kind of has a smile on his face, and he looks up to the Rat King, and he says, I've got something I haven't told anybody.
Ooh, do tell.
And he doesn't really whisper it. He just says, there have been posters for a girl who went missing. I think she was a noble. I was the one who brought her to the puddle.
Ooh, that is delightfully devious.
The bug said that she wasn't nice. She squished them more than once or twice. Best friend said she needed a huddle, so I brought her to the puddle.
Ah, yes. Alas, the poor merchant girl. She is gone. But I'll let you into another fun secret. Somebody left something at the bottom of that well. It's not very deep. You could probably reach there.
Morgan is not afraid of small bodies of water. He reaches his hand in.
Okay, you reach in. I'm going to need you to roll me a d20.
That d20 of 3.
You find a carved wooden duck. Its name is Lionel. You're at this moment, the moment it exits the water, your detect magic goes off.
Whoa!
Transmutation again.
Morgan, I don't think that's a normal duck. Well, I mean, it's wooden, obviously. I mean, it's not normal. But
Just
I mean,
place
this one
it in
might go
wa-
quack.
Just place it in water and call it by its name, and it shall come to you.
Morgan puts it atop the water of the well and then pushes it away a bit with his mind and then says, Lionel.
And at that moment, the wooden duck turns into an actual duck. It looks back at you, it quacks happily, and it just begins swimming around in the well.
This duck must have been very important to somebody to have a name.
You have a magic item called the wooden duck. If you say its name, it summons it, and it will respond to its name. It'll turn back into a wooden duck if you tell it to.
I'll let it follow as a duck for now.
Otherwise, it is just the duck. No other special properties there. It's just the duck.
Out of character, but extremely bold of you. Extremely bold of you to give to the one person who can speak to animals a duck.
It's what he rolled.
I look
That's why
forward to the impressions of a duck.
Yeah. Morgan looks to it and says, Hello, Lionel.
Congratulations, it's your animal. You get to speak for it.
Aww.
Oh.
It's the same as Nick's mouse. If it's your animal, you get to speak for it.
I mean, if it was so immediately happy, regardless of the situation it found itself in, I think it's just like really excited all the time. It's just like, hi.
Okay, so going down the pathway onward, you're walking for quite a while. Like you do, and after a little bit, it stops being stone. It just starts being like.
I'm going to assume Lionel is tailing us.
Yes, you have a duck following you. And after about 10 minutes or so, along the side of this tunnel, you find a ladder going up. And it seems to lead outside of this tunnel.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's take the ladder.
I can't quite remember what's ahead, but I don't have the money to cast the spell that will tell me.
Morgan is going to request that Lionel turn back into wood so that he can put him in his pocket.
Lionel quacked, and Lionel is now a wooden carving of a duck.
Because I can only flip one thing at a time, and Teddy takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. So you find yourself in a large circular room. Move out of here. This room seems to have desks all and bookshelves all over the sides of the walls. At the far end of the room, you can see a large metal gate with some rugs going through it. In the center, you see what looks to be some sort of magical circle, and hanging above is a very large chandelier attached to a rope that's connected to the wall around over here, if you can see where I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are bookshelves, there are desks, and everything in here is just cluttered. The second thing you notice after taking all this in is that there's a bunch of cheese in this room.
How does it smell? How does the cheese smell?
It is a kind of funky smell, but a lot of this is hard cheese, so it doesn't give off as strong of a smell.
Sounds good to me.
There's a lot of cheese in this room. It is like everywhere where there isn't desks or bookshelves, and even on some of them, there are just wheels of cheese.
Mr. Parrish should have set up a shop here.
You're right. I'm gonna cut a chunk of cheese with my dagger and eat it.
Okay, you cut a chunk of cheese and you eat a large chunk of Parmesan.
It tastes of feet or vomit.
Does that mean there's feet or vomit in your future?
Probably, yeah. I don't like the sound of that. If someone tries to kick me, vomit on them, I think that's probably the best case scenario.
Okay, so now you have this room to explore.
Yay.
I've never been in a wizard's tower before. Maybe they've got a spell book with more spells I can learn. Or try to learn. I'm gonna look around for a spell book, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, what are the rest of you doing first before I go through this?
Can I just look around the rest of the shelves, just not looking for anything in particular? I guess just looking for any sign of our quarry.
Yep. And Morgan, what are you doing?
Morgan's going to look at the thing in the middle of the room.
I'll need all of you to roll me an investigation check.
My investigation is actually positive.
I don't believe you.
I've got +4.
Huh.
So that's a 17.
Okay. Inoltrare,
-1,
notice...
that's 5. So.
Okay. Enfi?
I got a 7.
Okay, Inoltrare, you'll notice that on a lot of these bookshelves, a lot of the books in here seem to be about more theoretical applications of magic rather than like spell book.
Well, I don't know any of the theory. I'll take them.
Okay, you can take. I mean, it's going to be. These are books. These are going to be heavy. You need somewhere. But also on this desk next to you, there seems to be a rolled up piece of parchment.
Ooh. I'll have a look at the piece of parchment first, and then afterwards, what I'll probably do is just put as many into my bag as I can in my backpack, which is probably only going to be like 3 books because wizard books are big.
Attached to the parchment, there's a little string, like attached to like the ribbon holding it, and on the string there is a note And the note says, "Caution, powerful spell."
My detect magic would have worn off by now, right?
Yes.
Before touching that, I'm going to recast detect magic just in case.
Okay. With a spell slot or just?
I'm going to spend 10 minutes doing that while everyone else is looking around, I think.
Next on the line is Morgan. This is a strange circle. It looks like there are two different magical circles overlaid on each other. And you can't really tell anything from them, but there are a few notes scattered along the tables next to it. If you want to give those a look.
Morgan's going to go over and take a peek at the notes.
What you can gather from all this, 7's not much of a roll, but what you gather is this is some sort of transmutation circle. Looking at the shelves that you're looking on, well, you see a lot of cheese, but you also see it looks like a bunch of raw ingredients of some sort, probably spell components or alchemical ingredients of some kind. Nothing particular interesting, save for a small velvet pouch that seems to have around 10 silver pieces worth of silver powder.
I'm going to shout from over here. Hey, no one's seen 10 GP worth of charcoal of it. It's for my cat.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I turn to him and say, well, I don't know how much this stuff's worth, but you might be able to trade it for charcoal. And
Morgan
from
floats it from across the room to Inoltrare.
Not really what I need, but okay. Sure, just put it down somewhere. I'm trying to draw a circle here.
Okay.
Currently, I think Morgan's holding it above Inoltrare, so he just drops it.
Ow!
how much does 10 pounds worth of silver?
10 silver point. I think that's a tenth of a pound.
Like dropping a stone on me.
I mean, it's powder, so it's probably soft.
True, yeah. I still say
actually-
ow, though. I feel like that's how I'd react.
Okay, I'm also going to rule that these investigations that y'all are doing take roughly about as much time as it takes for this spell to go off. There's no magic coming from the parchment.
Okay.
The best guess is this is some sort of spell scroll, something that a wizard wrote down to record a spell.
Well, I'm going to pick it up, open it up, and try and understand it.
Okay. Thankfully, this is, unlike normal spells which are written in Draconic, this seems to be written in Common.
I wouldn't have minded.
It
I
doesn't-
could comprehend languages.
It doesn't really matter what language a spell is written in for a spell scroll. It's just Draconic seems to be the normal, the normal standard. But this one's written in Common,
Oh, yeah.
and you could tell that this is in fact a very powerful spell. If you want to spend some time later, you can use this spell to copy the spell ceremony into your spellbook.
I knew this would happen eventually.
You know I initially took ceremony as one of my spells.
Did you?
Yeah, I took it away because you got rid of one of my spell slots and it's I won't be able to cast it then. Yeah. Okay, I
but
have
in all seriousness, roll me a perception check.
perception. That's at -1. And that is, a 17.
Ooh, that's very nice. Okay, so as you're putting it away, you notice that one of the corners seems to be peeling off, and it looks like there may be a second piece of parchment behind this first one.
Huh.
It seems like they're stuck together.
Can I try and very, very gently sort of try and peel them apart using one of my small knives, or my last remaining small knife? It's like a letter opener sort of small knife, and just try and peel the two away.
Yes, you can do that. And behind it, there is, in fact, another spell scroll.
One I
This
recognize?
one? Yes, give me a moment. I need to go to the wiki doc to remember exactly which spell I chose.
True Strike.
Yeah, because I need to. Da-da-da. Okay, this one is a spell called Warding Wind.
That's what I get when I have too much cheese. Okay.
I'll pass you the details of that in the DM.
Scroll of Warding Wind. Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, that's what you get out of that.
Hey, look, everyone. I found words.
Hey, anyway, here's Wind the Ward.
God damn it.
And as you're doing this, as you shout that out, you hear thudding. Dun, dun. And a voice cries out, "Who dare steal from Nukes?" And the gates at the back of the room open up. And walking through the gates is the largest rat you have ever seen.
He immediately tries to hide behind a shelf.
Oh, no. That's a very large rat.
And upon closer look, you notice something is riding the rat. You see riding atop the rat, a kobold. "I am Nukes, leader of the rats and stealer of cheese. What brings you to my home?"